Good morning students, welcome back to your English class. I hope you all are doing good. Today we'll be studying the chapter 7, the Titanic, from your main course book, that is the part 3. We have discussed in part 1 and part 2 about the chapter previously, and we got to know that the Titanic was a passenger liner. It was a passenger liner that was traveling from Southampton, England to New York City, right? So also we get to know about Titanic that it was on its first voyage, it was on its maiden voyage when it hit an iceberg and it sank. It started its journey on 10th April, okay? And also we learned that the Titanic was one of the best developed ships of that time, right? It had the best design possible, and that is why hundreds of passengers were on board on the Titanic. Okay, so when the Titanic sank, it took along with it the lives of hundreds of people. Only a few could have been saved. We also discussed the various facilities that the Titanic provided to its passengers: a lending library, a gymnasium, electrically operated lifts, wireless operators, and all of it. The last class we learned that for the first 4 days, that is from 10th of April, the first 4 days on its maiden voyage, the Titanic sailed without any problem. Okay, at that was the last line of our last part, that for the first 4 days the Titanic sailed without any problem. But on 14th April an iceberg was spotted. So we'll start reading from there. Even let us first read the paragraphs, the next 2 paragraphs, and then we'll go on discussing it. Okay. But on 14th April, an iceberg was spotted at around 11:40 p.m. We had read this line. A few seconds later, the ship struck against it. Against what? Against the iceberg. The iceberg scraped the ship's starboard side and damaged the hull at several places. Almost immediately, water started gushing into the holds. The anchor was lowered on the orders of the captain. The ocean looked flat and calm. The temperature around was near zero. The moon was not visible in the sky. Come to the next paragraph. Soon Captain Smith made an announcement. The Titanic is in trouble. We are trying our best to save the ship, but it is sinking. He asked 2 wireless operators on board to send distress messages at once, asking vessels close by to come to their aid. The lifeboats were brought down and women and children were helped into them. Most of the men stayed back on the sinking ship because there were not enough lifeboats. So this is what the next 2 paragraphs tell us about the chapter, the Titanic. On 14th April, an iceberg was spotted at around 11:40 p.m. What happened immediately, like after a few seconds later? The ship struck against it. Struck, students, as said earlier, is the past tense of the word strike, and it means hit. So as soon as they spot an iceberg, the ship had already hit it. Okay. The iceberg scraped. Look here, the word scraped. Scraped the ship's starboard side. These are the words that you might find difficult. So I'm just letting you know the meaning. The iceberg scraped means damaged the ship's starboard side. What is the starboard side of the ship? The right side of the ship is known as the starboard side. Okay, and damaged the hull. Another word, students, hull. What is the meaning of hull? The body of any ship is called as hull. Okay, at several places. So what happened when the Titanic hit the iceberg? Iceberg scraped the ship's starboard side and damaged the hull at several places. It damaged the ship's right side and also the body of the ship at several places. Okay, and if you remember, students, the meaning of iceberg is a large piece of ice floating inside water, so that is not visible from far away, and ships usually hit that and sink inside the ocean. Okay, now look, almost immediately water started gushing into the holds. Gushing, what is the meaning of gushing now? The meaning of gushing is moving inside with a force. So obviously when the iceberg was hit by the ship, or the ship hit the iceberg damaged the ship at several places. and it scraped its body and the starboard side and all of it, creating holes or creating damage, through which water from the ocean started gushing inside. Gushing inside as in moving inside with a force. Okay. Almost immediately water started gushing into the holes. The anchor was lowered. Anchor, another word. What is anchor? The anchor was lowered on the orders of the captain. Anchor is a heavy metal that you drop down from the ship so as to decrease the speed of the ship or to stop the ship from moving. Okay, so when they spotted that an iceberg was near and that it has hit an iceberg, they obviously want to stop the ship. Okay, so a captain ordered to lower the anchor. The anchor was lowered on the orders of the captain. Who was the captain of Titanic? If you remember, we had studied in the part 2, Edward Smith was the captain of Titanic, and he had an experience of 26 years of sailing in the ocean. Okay, the ocean looked flat and calm. The temperature around was near zero. The moon was not visible in the sky. Although the ocean looked flat and calm, the temperature around was near zero. Can you imagine the amount of coldness that was around them? It was near zero, so it was immensely cold, and the moon was not visible in the sky, so it was not a bright night. Also, it was a dark night. It was a dark and gloomy night when the iceberg hit the ship, or the Titanic hit an iceberg and started sinking. Okay, let us look at the next paragraph. Soon Captain Smith made an announcement. The Titanic is in trouble. We are trying our best to save the ship, but it is sinking. Obviously, it was a big ship. The Titanic was a very big ship. So there were hundreds of passengers. Many of them would not be even aware of what is happening around. Okay, so as a captain, Edward Smith decided to make an announcement. He did an announcement, and what did that announcement say? That the Titanic is in trouble. Obviously, it has hit an iceberg, it is sinking, so it is in trouble. The Titanic is in trouble. We are trying our best to save the ship, but it is sinking. These were the lines of Edward Smith. Obviously, he cannot tell the passengers that it is sinking, and because obviously they will get panicked and it will be a situation of chaos. So he decided to let them know about the situation, but also told them that it is in trouble. They are trying their best to save the ship, but obviously it is sinking, so that the people also know about the consequences and still try to be calm, right? He asked 2 wireless operators on board to send distress messages at once, asking vessels close by to come to their aid. Okay, understand this sentence. If you remember, the ship Titanic was like the best designed ship of that time. It had wireless operators in it. Why did it have wireless operators in it? To send and receive messages of the passengers. So when the ship started sinking, the captain, Edward Smith, asked or immediately ordered the 2 wireless operators to send distress messages. What is the meaning of distress messages? Distress messages is a signal for help. It is a signal sent to the nearby vessels. Okay, let us look here again. To send distress messages asking vessels close by. Vessels here, students, does not mean a vessel or a utensil. It means asking ships nearby to come to their aid, to come to their help. The Titanic had hit an iceberg. It was sinking. Water was gushing inside it. Obviously, they knew it would sink. So the captain ordered the wireless operators to send distress messages, that is signal for help, to the nearby vessels, to the nearby ships, so that they can come to their aid, they can come to their help, they can come and save the people's lives. Okay. The lifeboats were brought down and women and children were helped into them, were onboarded into them, were put into them. Most of the men stayed back on the sinking ship because there weren't enough lifeboats. Also, the lifeboats were brought down. By the time any vessel, any other ship responds, they have to do something, they have to take a step to save the people's lives. So by the time the wireless operators sent the distress messages, on the captain's orders, the lifeboats were brought down and women and children were helped into them. When the lifeboats were brought down from the ship, first the women and children were allowed to go into them, and first their lives will be saved. Most of the men stayed back on the sinking ship because there were not enough lifeboats. As a result, there was only a limited number of lifeboats on the ship, so only the lot of women and children were put into them and were saved. The men had to stay on the sinking ship unless and until some other vessel came nearby and helped them save their lives. Okay, so that is it for the next two paragraphs, students. I hope you understood about the paragraph. Okay, it was about Titanic only. It started its journey on 10th April. For 4 days it sailed without any problem. On 14th April an iceberg was spotted. As soon as it was spotted, within a few seconds the ship had struck against the iceberg, and the iceberg had already damaged the ship's starboard side and damaged the hull, damaged the ship's right side and its body. Okay. Almost immediately water started gushing into the holes. Obviously the ship was damaged. Through the holes, through the cracks, water started moving inside the ship. And the anchor was lowered on the orders of the captain. The anchor, the heavy metal, was lowered so that the ship could be stopped from moving by the orders of the captain. The ocean looked flat and calm. The temperature was 0, meaning it was immensely freezing cold, and the moon was not visible in the sky, stating that it was a dark night. There was no moonlight around in that day, on that night. Soon Captain Smith made an announcement that the Titanic is in trouble. We are trying our best to save the ship, but it is sinking. The captain made that announcement to let people be aware of what is happening around them. And also he ordered the wireless operators to send distress messages, that is signal for help, so that vessels nearby, the ships nearby, the other ships or boats nearby can come and help them. Okay, and the lifeboats were brought down. By the time other ships respond, the Titanic's lifeboat was brought down, and mostly women and children were put into them, and their lives were saved first. The men had to stay back on the sinking ship because there were not enough lifeboats. Okay, I hope you are clear about the next two paragraphs, students. The next parts of the chapter will be studying in the next classes. Till then, keep learning, keep studying. Have a good day. Thank you so much.